Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're watching this, chances are you've started to see some real money show up in your AdSense account. And if so, seriously, congratulations. That is a huge, huge milestone. So today, we're going to dive into what is probably the most important next step, navigating the Google AdSense PIN process so you can actually get that money in your hands. So you did it. You hit that first big financial goal, $10 or whatever that is in your local currency. And now you're probably thinking, okay, what now? How do I turn these numbers on my screen into actual cash? Well, that is exactly where the AdSense PIN comes in. Think of it as the bridge between your online earnings and your actual bank account. To make this all super simple, we've broken it down into 5 stages. First up, we'll talk about what this PIN thing even is. Then, we'll get into the payment threshold that kicks the whole process off. After that, we'll walk through confirming your address, which is critical. We'll talk about the waiting game, and then finally, what to do if that PIN just doesn't show up. It's a full roadmap, from start to finish.
All right, let's start at the beginning. Think of this as the first official quest in your payment journey. Just understanding what the AdSense PIN is, because really, it's the key that's going to unlock all of your earnings.
Okay, so here's the funny part. For such a high-tech company, this process is surprisingly old school. The AdSense PIN is a 6-digit number, but it's not going to come in an email or a text message. Nope. Google physically prints it on a piece of paper and sends it to you through snail mail. It's a real-world security check for your digital business. So why on earth do they do this? Well, it all comes down to security. It's really that simple. By making sure you can get a piece of physical mail at your address, Google is verifying that you are who you say you are, and that they're sending your hard-earned cash to the right person at the right place. It protects you just as much as it protects them. Now, the cool part is that you don't have to go looking for this PIN, you don't have to apply for it or anything. The whole journey kicks off automatically as soon as you hit one very specific trigger in your account. So what is it? This right here, this is the magic number. As soon as your AdSense balance officially hits $10, or the equivalent in your country, something starts happening behind the scenes over at Google. This is the verification threshold. And this is so important, you don't have to lift a finger to get this started. There's no form to fill out, no button you need to click. The moment you cross that $10 line, Google's system automatically generates your PIN and pops it in the mail. It's designed to be completely seamless. Okay, listen up, because this next part is, without a doubt, the most important step in this whole thing. And it's the one part where you have to be proactive. Since Google automatically mails the PIN, you have to be 100% positive that they're sending it to the right place. Honestly, you should probably do this before you even hit the $10 mark. Just log into your AdSense account, head over to the payments section, and then click on the verification check page. Your address will be right there. Read it, then read it again, out loud. Are there any typos? Is the postal code perfect? Is it formatted exactly how your local post office would expect to see it? Get it perfect. So once your address is double-checked and you know that PIN is on its way, we move into the next phase, the waiting game. And yeah, this is where you're going to need a little bit of patience. So let's break down this timeline so you know what's normal. Once Google mails the PIN, it usually takes about 2 to 4 weeks to arrive, sometimes a little longer depending on where you live, because it is sent by standard mail. Now, the most important date to keep in mind is this. You have 4 months from the date the first PIN was sent to enter it. If you don't, Google will pause ads on your channels. And look, we get it. Waiting for something this important can be pretty frustrating. But just know that it is totally normal for this to take a few weeks. So try to relax, keep an eye on your mail, and just know that every single creator goes through this exact same process. But what if you've been patient? What if weeks have passed and your mailbox is still empty? Don't stress. There is a clear plan for what to do next. Let's go through the troubleshooting guide. So it's been a month, maybe more, and nothing. The absolute first thing to do is just take a breath. Do not panic. This happens all the time, and Google has solutions built right into the system for this exact problem. You have options. Here is your exact game plan. First, go back into your AdSense account and triple check that address. Seriously, 9 times out of 10, a tiny typo is the culprit. If the address is perfect, you can then request a new PIN. The option becomes available 3 weeks after the last one was sent. You can do this a few times. If after all of that, you still don't have it, your account might become eligible for manual verification using an official ID, but that is the last resort. And then, the best part,
That letter finally shows up. You open it, you grab that 6-digit code, and you type it into your AdSense account. And that's it. Boom, your address is verified, your account is fully activated, and it's ready to pay you as soon as you hit the payment threshold, which is usually around $100. So as we wrap up here, just try to remember that this AdSense pin isn't just some boring administrative task you have to check off a list. It's kind of a rite of passage. It's the moment your digital creation turns into a real-world, tangible business. It's not just a code. It really is the key that unlocks everything you've been working for.